first you want to start with deciding what apps you want to have open on your screen simultaneous. Now I want to have my YouTube app open, so I'm going to go to YouTube, open that one up here. Next, I want to have Google Chrome open as well. Now you notice I have Chrome at the bottom of my screen here. So if I hold down on Chrome really quickly and I drag it up, I can add it to the screen just like this. Hold and drag it up. It's going to throw my Chrome on the right side here. Now I can pick a video and just start playing it while this is open, which is great. So right now I have this video open here, and here I have my web browser. I can go to Amazon right now and I could be browsing Amazon while my video is playing on the left side right here. Now what if we want to throw a third thing on screen? Maybe I want to have my Samsung Notes on the screen as well. I've got my Samsung Notes app right here. I'm just gonna hold and then drag it up like this. And now it's gonna add my Notes app right here. Now I have three things on screen at one time. I'm watching my YouTube video, I'm scrolling through Amazon on this side, and here I can start a note app and I can keep track of the things that I'm shopping for on Amazon right here. So pretty cool. Now this is also supported in the portrait and the landscape mode as well, which means I can take the tablet and I can rotate it. And it just takes a few seconds to turn. And now I can also have it the same way. Still have my video up here, my Amazon here, and my notes here. Now the layout is not as nice when you're in the portrait mode, so you may want to change it around. So if you tap on the three dots in the center here, you can change the order of how the apps show. You see, so now my Amazon's at the bottom, my notes are at the top, and then my YouTube video is still playing here, just like that. So you can play around with this button here just by tapping to change the order of how the apps show. Now, there actually is one more way to even add another app. It's kind of crazy. We can actually throw 4 apps on screen if we wanted to. Maybe you want to throw your calculator on screen. To do that, there's this little edge here. You see this little indent on the side here. This is called your app edge. And by swiping over on the app edge, it's going to give you a list of shortcut apps that you can interact with. So I could actually hold down on my calculator and I could also drag that on screen as well. And I can have it open as a pop-up. So now I have my pop-up calculator that I can use, and I can drag from the corners as well to make it bigger or smaller. Maybe just want it to be a little bit smaller, just like this. And I can have this floating on the screen as well. And I could be adding in calculations while I'm trying to see if I have enough money to buy what I have on the Amazon app here. So a lot going on at one time. Now with this little pop-up here, if I tap on the little, there's a little bar at the top here. If I tap on this 4th option here, and this will shrink it down into a little pop-up app, a little bubble here. And I can go back to that calculator later when I need to run calculations, but it's nice to have it on screen to be able to use it whenever. So that's a little rundown of how to multitask, how to run 3 apps and even 4 apps at one time on your screen. When you're all done, you can simply drag. So go to those 3 dots there and just drag down. That'll take you out of the 3 apps to 2, and then now I'm going to drag to the left here, and that'll take me back into just 1 app on the screen at one time. Whoa, I know I just showed you guys a lot right now. If you got value out of that first tip, make sure you bump that like button down below. Let's go ahead and move into our next tip. So I talked about that app edge briefly, and I want to show you more about this. On the right side of your screen, you'll see that little dash. And again, this is to bring up your app edge and bring up the shortcut apps that allow you to just interact with the apps you use the most on the tablet. Now, if you tap on this little pencil here, you can customize this to the apps that you want to have access to as a shortcut. Maybe you say, I'm probably not going to use the Samsung Notes, so you tap on that little dash. There's a little red dash in the corner, and that's how you get rid of apps that are currently on there. And you know what? Maybe you say, I'm a shopping addict. I want my Amazon front and center. You can add that there. You can go through this list here and decide what other apps you would like to have access to quickly. Maybe even the Samsung TV app where you can watch TV shows for free. When you're done, you're simply going to just hit the home button. And now when you swipe over, you'll have different apps that show up. Now, another cool thing to kind of tie back into what we just talked about, having the 2 apps on screen or the 3, you can save that as an app pair. So if you want to look at those 3 things later, you don't have to do all the work of adding them on screen. You can just tap just like this, and it will bring up that pair. Now that was a pair that was already there, and that is YouTube on one side and the Samsung browser on the right side. But let's do this. I'm gonna open up YouTube again, and let's add all 3 of those apps, and I wanna show you how to save it as an app pair. So you've got all those apps on screen right now. I'm gonna hit so you have all those apps on screen right now. I'm gonna go ahead and tap on my Chrome. Remember, you're gonna hold it just for 1 second, hold, and then drag it up, and that'll add it to the screen. And then with my Samsung Notes, I'm gonna hold and then bring it up on the screen just like that. I've got all 3 of my apps on screen again. And I'm gonna tap now on these 3 dots in the center. And if I tap on the star, this will save it as an app pair. And here you can decide, where do you want it to save the pair? Do you want it to save on the taskbar, which is at the bottom here? Do you want to save it on the home screen? Or do you just want to save it in your app edge panel? And let me show you what that looks like. If you notice, there was a pop-up here and it added it. So now if I hit the home button and everything goes away, if I swipe over, I now have it as a pair that I can tap and bring up those 3 apps on screen just the way I had it before. So that's a really cool way of just saving that pair so you can use it and interact with it later. I showed you what happens when you tap on the pencil. It obviously lets you customize the menu. If you tap on this button here, it's a shortcut that takes you to your app drawer, and it shows you all the apps on screen. So that's a really easy way just to get to all the apps. You can also just swipe up on the home screen. This will also take you to all the apps that are saved on the tablet as well. Okay, next I want to show you how to share large files that are on your tablet to another tablet, another phone, or computer. There is a setting called Quick Share. And with Quick Share, you can share either a large file or hundreds of files at one time. To do this, let's find a file that we would like to share. So right now I have this folder here that has screenshots, and I'm gonna hold down on just one file here, and I'm gonna go up to all. Okay, I've selected 255 files right now. That's a lot of files. And let's say I want to share these files to my computer because they're important. Maybe I downloaded them from the internet and now I want them to be on my home computer. I'm going to tap on the share button at the bottom of the screen and give it a couple of seconds. You'll see this pop up, and you'll want to tap on the quick share button, this little blue button with the arrows. Press OK. We're next going to tap on QR code or link. And by tapping this, it's going to give us a shareable link that we can now copy. And now we can send that link to our desktop. So for example, I can just send it as an email or a text message. I'm just going to send this link to myself. And then when I open that link, it's going to allow me to access all the files that are in that folder. Those 255 files will now be able to go to your computer, your phone, or another tablet, and you'll be able to access those files. You can download them and begin to interact with them. I'm going to go to the internet. I just want to show you what it looks like when you open up that link. We're going to just hold. And if you'll notice, whenever you copy a link or anything on your tablet, it's going to show up in your clipboard, and right here it's a shortcut, so I can just simply tap to paste it in and press go. And here, this is the folder right here and all the files, and this is what someone's going to see on the other end when you send them that link. So this is great if you go to an event and you take a bunch of pictures and now you want to share it out with friends and family. You can easily just use Quick Share to gather all those pictures at one time and to send it out as a link, and anyone can download them. Now, the one catch is that this link does expire. Right here it says link will expire in 2 days and 11 hours. So you only have a certain amount of time to download those files before it expires and all those files leave the cloud. Okay, so just make sure you let people know when you send it that, hey, this link is going to expire, so go ahead and download the pictures before it expires. All right. If you got value out of that tip, make sure you bump that like button down below. Next, I want to show you how to turn your A9 tablet into a full desktop, or very close to a full desktop. So there's a few things you want to do. First, I want to show you how to link a Bluetooth mouse so you can use that to interact with it instead of having to use the touchscreen. So we're going to swipe down from the top of the screen. You'll see a Bluetooth button. Just simply put your finger on it and hold for 1 second. This will bring up the Bluetooth menu. And I have this Bluetooth mouse here. I'll also link a Bluetooth mouse on screen here that you can use with your tablet. So now that we're in the menu, I'm going to put my mouse in pairing mode so that the tablet can see it and it can link together. And for this mouse to pair it, you simply just hold on the left and right buttons for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if the mouse doesn't show up right away, a really easy trick is simply turn off Bluetooth and turn it back on, and that'll make it begin to look again for new devices. And here's our mouse, Bluetooth 4.0 mouse. We'll tap on here, tap on pair. We give it just a few seconds to make the connection. And now our mouse is linked. I can control the tablet right from my mouse. I can open up apps. You can obviously go to the settings to control the mouse speed as well. But now I can run the whole thing off of a mouse. Now you're going to repeat the same process for a Bluetooth keyboard, and I'll also link one on screen right here as well. But you can link a Bluetooth keyboard right to your tablet. So now you've got your keyboard, you got your mouse, and all you need now is a stand to put your tablet on. You can begin to interact with it just like it's a desktop. Now, the next thing you'll want to do is go to Google Chrome, and there's a setting that you want to change. So in the upper right corner, if you go to the 3 dots right next to the 2 here, the 3 dots here, and you want to go down to desktop site, and you want to enable desktop site. Now, when you enable this, whenever you go to a website, it's not going to show you the mobile version of the website. It's going to show you the full desktop version, which is what you would see on a computer. And that also will give you more of a desktop feel, because now you're not looking at mobile websites. You're looking at full websites that have all the information shown. And the very last thing you'll want to do is swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, and look for Dex and tap on Dex. Now, Dex is a desktop version of Android, so it actually makes the screen look more like a computer than a tablet, and it just will be more computer friendly. So again, this is much better if you have that keyboard and the mouse. It's going to give you that desktop feel for just searching the web and using your files. So now that Dex is enabled, you'll see that the layout of the screen looks a lot different, because again, it's trying to give you more of a desktop feel than a tablet feel. All right, now to turn this off, it's super easy. You swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, and just tap on Dex. And once you turn it off, you'll notice the layout is going to look different. You don't have those apps at the bottom of the screen. All right, so that's a little quick rundown of how to turn your A9 into a full desktop. There are also some really cool cases you can get that have a built-in stand. I'll link a great case option up here. That's a nice stand for the A9 as well. Okay, next I want to show you how to create different users for the tablet. So you can actually turn this into a shared tablet. So if you have multiple kids, you can set up different full partitions so that each kid has their favorite apps, their favorite games, or their learning programs just for them, and it will be separate from everyone else. So by swiping down from the top of the screen, swiping down again, At the top of the screen, you'll see this little icon, this little yellow icon. If you tap on that icon, it's going to take you to what's called Select User. Now you have the owner of the tablet, which is the person who set it up. You have a guest mode, which is great for someone who's going to use the tablet for a short period of time. Putting the tablet in guest mode will actually separate out all of your pictures or files, so they won't have access to any of your information. It'll just be access to just the basic apps, but no files. And then the thing we want to really get to is add a user. By adding a user, we can now partition the tablet so that this section is just going to be for little Joe. So we're going to type in Joe, hit done. It's going to add a new user. Next, I want to show you a really cool app you can download that's called Standby. Go to the Play Store, do a search for Standby mode, and this is a really cool app that will give you a nice screensaver to keep on your screen when you're not using the tablet. You might have it propped up on a tablet stand, and you might have it charging, and this is a great app to download. Let me show you what it looks like. So here's the app here, and there's all these really cool clock layouts that you can customize. So when your tablet is sitting on the stand, you can have it show the time, and this is another tile that lets you toggle through different quotes. And there's all kind of fun stuff you can do in here. It's just a nice, clean aesthetic to just have on screen when you're not using your tablet. So definitely check this out. It's a free app. They do have a paid version that will unlock some other really fun features, but even the free version allowed me to do this. So definitely a nice little trick. Definitely encourage you to download that. Okay, next I want to show you how to access the assistant on your tablet. By holding down the home screen for 1 second, this will launch the assistant. And you can also enable the Gemini assistant by just tapping try now. And this will kind of give you even more functionality than you normally would get with the regular Google Assistant. So you can use the Google Assistant or try the Gemini Assistant for even more functionality. If we hit switch, this will unlock it. Now, one small disclaimer, I know that at some point they do want to charge for this, so if you really start to like it, just know that down the road they do plan to add a subscription to it as well. But anyway, the cool thing is you can ask your assistant to do a lot of cool things, from basic things like, hey, set a calendar appointment for next Thursday to have lunch with this person, or you can say set a timer for 10 minutes or set my alarm tomorrow for 8 a.m. You can also ask it more complex things, tap on the microphone and then start talking, or you can type what you want to ask it, like this. Can you write an email to my company asking them to give me a raise? And please make it kind and professional, but stress that I've worked here for 4 years, that I'm an integral part of the company, and I think I deserve a higher wage.
Subject, request for salary review. Dear manager name, I am writing to respectfully request a review of my current salary. I have been a
So pretty cool.
member of the department name team for the past...
There you go. So pretty cool. It'll write a full email for you and kind of give you a template that you can use to send to your company. And once you read through it, you might like it, or you might say, this is great, but hey, I want the increase to be bigger. Or you can basically just ask it to make modifications, and then it will adjust what it has. You can keep tweaking it till you get it right. After that, you simply hold down and you can copy the text, and you can share it out to Google Doc or to write to your email and send it right to your company. So you can do all kind of cool stuff like this. You can also ask it really interesting questions like, can you explain the process for me to plant an orange tree in my backyard? That's kind of funny. Can you explain the process for me to plant an orange tree in my backyard?
1. Choose the right spot. Sun. Orange trees need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. Soil. Well-drained soil.
There you go. And so this will actually walk you through the entire process of how to plant a tree step by step. And you could even go in and ask it for follow-up, like, can you recommend a store to get the right seeds and all the materials that I'll need? Hey, can you create a material list for me? Can you give me a ballpark of what it would cost to do this? And it will do all that for you. So this is a really cool built-in feature of your tablet. And man, AI is the future, and just being able to harness all the information that is in this system to just learn new things. So definitely check out that really fun new feature. How to take a screenshot on your Samsung Galaxy Tab A9, and I want to show you how to print. We're going to show you how to print that screenshot, how to print a web page, and also how to print an email as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing is, taking a screenshot is super easy. You're going to hold down on the power button and the volume down button for 1 second, and it will snap a picture of the screen just like this. Power, volume down, press, let it go, and you'll see the screen flash just like that. Let me show you one more time. Power, volume down, press, let it go. And if you tap on the little circle at the bottom here, it will allow you to then edit that screenshot right after it went away. So let me try one more time. Power, volume down. There we go. Let's tap there. I'm going to tap on gallery and tap always. And basically that's the app we're going to use to edit the picture. This is the screenshot that we just took. And I'm going to tap on this little pencil in the upper right corner. And from here, it's going to give me a couple of options. With this first option, I can just simply crop down. So every corner has a little edge, a little like a L edge. And if you just drag from that corner, you can crop down the image. And then I can access other tools here. So I can add a filter. I can change the, make additional tweaks to the color. And this fourth option here is going to allow you to access a little pen tool that you can use to circle and highlight things. The highlighter is here, or the eraser is here. Highlighter. You can tap on text, and I can actually type text in. If I wanted to just add something here and change the color of it to this. So you'll have all these on-screen tools that you can use to make modifications, and then I can just go ahead and drag that there. And when you're done, you can come to the top here and just simply hit save, and that's going to lock in any changes that you made. So that's how you take a screenshot, and that's how you edit it afterward. Now, let's talk about where is it going to save that screenshot on the tablet, and how would I print it? So I'm going to go to the Gallery app, which should be on your home screen. And in the Gallery app, you have a few different views here. This is the Today view. This will show you every screenshot you've taken along with other pictures or what you've downloaded. If you tap on this menu button in the upper left corner, you can jump from pictures to albums, and it'll actually sort your pictures by album. So I have a recent folder that has just all the pictures I've taken. I have favorites. All my screenshots are here. Downloaded photos are here. So everything is sort of organized nice and neat. I'm going to go to my screenshot folder and then tap on that last screenshot that I made some edits to. And now I want to print it. If you go to the upper right corner, there's 3 dots. You're going to tap on those 3 dots to access the menu and go down to print. Now, to print, you will need a Wi-Fi compatible printer, and I will link one on screen right here. This is the one that I'm currently using. Love Epson. They make great printers. So you will need a Wi-Fi compatible printer. It needs to be set up. It needs to be turned on, and your tablet needs to also be on Wi-Fi. So if I swipe down from the top of the screen, I can see right here my Wi-Fi is turned on, and I'm connected to Wi-Fi. All right. So Wi-Fi turned on, connected. Next, I'm going to tap on Select Printer. And here, this is my Epson printer. And I'm going to select it. And now, I can make some additional adjustments. For example, if I want to print multiple copies of this, I can tap the number here, and I can change it to change the number of copies. Can also change if you want it to be in color or black and white, the orientation. So you can tweak your print settings and then tap on this little button here to send it to the printer. So that's how you print your screenshot after you take it. Now, next, let's go over how to print an email. We're going to go to our Gmail app. Let's just select any email. I'm going to print this one here. I'm going to go to the upper right corner and tap on those three dots again. Come down to print, and it'll bring up the same options on screen. I'm going to select the printer, my Epson, and then sometimes it will take a few seconds for it to load on screen, depending on how many pages are in the email, so just be patient with it. And here we go. Now our print button is here, and we can just simply tap on that to send it to the printer. And lastly, let's go over how to print a web page. So let's go to Google Chrome, and I'm going to go to Amazon.com, and let's go to a product, and let's say you want to print the product page. So here we have some earbuds, and if I want to print these, I'm going to go to the upper right corner, tap on those three dots here. And you'll notice there is no print button. So on Google Chrome, you actually have to go to share first, and then you'll have the print button right here. Tap on print. Now you're going to select the printer, Epson. And if you notice, again, it's not loading the preview yet. Sometimes this happens. So a little trick to get it to load the image faster, tap where it says the printer and switch to save as a PDF. And this will make the preview show up faster. You'll notice this is a 10-page website here. So that's why it's taking longer to load. Now I'm going to tap where it says save as PDF and go back to the printer. And now I'm ready to print. Now, one important note here is you may not want to print all 10 pages. Maybe you only want to print the first page that has the picture of the product, where you simply want to uncheck all the other pages. There's little checks in the corners, and this will allow you to just tell the printer, hey, I only want this page and not that page. So we went from printing 10 pages down to 1, and we'll tap on our print button here, and that'll send it to the printer. This brings us to the end of our video here. I'm going to plug one more time. This is a recommended printer here in case you're looking for a good wireless printer. Check that one out right there. How to install a memory card on your Samsung Galaxy Tab A9. And I'm also going to show you some other really good tweaks you'll want to make after you install it. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, the memory card slot can be found at the bottom of the tablet. You'll want to find the little pins, the golden pins. That's how you know where the bottom of the tablet is. And to the right of the golden pins is where you'll find the memory card tray. Now, in the box of your phone, you will find a SIM card tool that looks like this. And this makes it really easy to pop out the tray that you'll put the memory card in. If you don't have this, no problem. Go ahead and find a paper clip, bend it back, and you can use the tip to pop out the tray. You'll insert it just like this and give it one good push. Not like that. Give it one good push. The tray will pop out. There we go, and you can see the top is where you'll find the SIM card for your cellular service. Take the memory card and just put it right into the slot. It took a while to really get the memory card flat and even, but we should be good now, and we're just going to slide it right back in. There we go. One note I want to add is don't buy cheap memory cards. Buy quality memory cards. And how do you know if it's quality? Well, go with name brands like Samsung, PNY, SanDisk, Seagate. These are all companies who have been making memory cards for a long time, and they're very trusted. I'll link one on screen right here just as an option. But yeah, buy quality memory cards because obviously you don't want to lose all your data if the memory card craps out one day. Okay, we're going to swipe down from the top of the screen here. And when you insert a memory card, you should get a pop-up that says SD card inserted. That's how you confirm that the tablet is actually reading the memory card. I'm going to tap open. You can look at all the current files that are on that memory card. Now, this is an older memory card that I've used on other devices, so I already have a lot of files that are on it. So I can just look at them by going through the different categories, images, videos, documents, things like that. This is also showing me that on this SD card, I have 71 gigs used of the 128, so I have about 57 gigs available to use right now. Now, if you want more information, then this is what you should do. You should tap on the settings wheel at the bottom of the screen here, and you go to settings, and you want to go to device care. And in device care, if you go to storage, you're going to swipe to the left in the top where it says internal storage. This will take you to your SD card and it will show you the breakdown. So my memory card right now has 22 gigs of photos, a small amount of documents, 14 gigs of video, and some audio files. So this is how I can see the breakdown of how much is being used. Currently 55% of the storage is already taken up, but that's totally fine. And then here I can actually go through and it will help me delete files off the card if I want to clear out more space. So that's how you just diagnose the memory card to see what's on there. A lot of you guys are using a fresh memory card that has nothing on it, so this won't apply now, but it'll apply later. Now, the next thing we want to do, we want to go to the camera, and the first time you go to the camera after installing the memory card, you'll see this pop-up that says change storage location to SD card. By changing this, now every time we take a picture or video or a screenshot, it's going to automatically save it to our new memory card, not the internal storage. You definitely want to do this because this will free up your internal space. When your internal storage, which means the tablet storage, when this fills up, the tablet starts to run slow and it's really hard to use. That's why the memory card is so beneficial. So now that that tweak is done, if we ever take a picture, it's going to save right to the memory card. I'm going to snap a picture right now. We'll snap a couple. Let's hit the home button and go to our gallery. And what you'll see now is I have this new folder that was just created. This is a camera folder. And right in the bottom left corner, you'll see this little memory card icon. And that's showing you that this is where all the pictures are being saved. They're being saved to the memory card. So this is exactly what we wanted to happen. We wanted all our files to go to the memory card, and that's how we are just confirming that they're being saved to the right place. Okay? Now, another important thing you can do with your memory card is you can back up all of the data on your tablet to the memory card. This is a great maintenance piece. So if you go to the settings and you go up to general management, from here you want to swipe up, and at the bottom you're going to tap on transfer data for device setup. Go to more, go to continue, and more, allow. This will take you to the Samsung Smart Switch app, which will allow you to actually back up all of your data to the memory card. Now, this is a great exercise, especially if you end up upgrading this tablet one day to a newer Samsung tablet. All you have to do is back up the data to your memory card by tapping on this icon here. One, it's going to put a copy of whatever is on your tablet on the memory card, which makes it easy for transfer. You can also use this if you just want to back up your data once a month to a memory card, just so if something happens to your tablet, you always have a backup of all your files. I'm going to tap on SD card. Next, it's asking me, what do I want to back up? And you can decide, do I want to back up everything on the tablet, or do I just want to back up, for example, my calls, my contacts, my messages, or do I want to do a custom backup and select certain things to back up versus everything? I would just say do everything, hit next, press OK, and now it's going to begin to back up all your data to that memory card. So this is just another useful exercise you can do with the memory card to help make sure all your files are backed up and kept safe in the event of an emergency. All right, guys, this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to leave another link right here to a good memory card recommendation. Again, please, please, please buy a quality memory card, because I've used quite a few cheap memory cards before, and what happens is I have all this data backed up to it, and one day the device just says memory card cannot be read. All of a sudden it craps out and all my files are lost. So I don't want that to happen to you. So buy a quality brand. Samsung, P&Y, SanDisk, Seagate. These are all quality big name brands who use better quality parts, and they have this issue a lot less happen on their devices. So anyway, if you got value out of this video, make sure you bump that like button down below. I've made a bunch of other videos on this tablet as well. So if you want to learn more about what you can do with this tablet, check out my playlist right here for more helpful videos. You'll also find another helpful video right here. Thanks again for watching. Take care. And as always, have a good one.